guys, welcome back. This is Sarah's Night.
And Atlantis.
And I totally found the observatory. It was through the one set of doors that were blocked by those knight statues with the crossing swords. It was like the one I just totally hadn't thought to come across yet.
Now,
or like go through and explore.
Can you imagine if you were super popular on YouTube and you had, a few 100,000 subscribers? Imagine the comment section of the last video. Can you even imagine what that would be like?
Like, stupid idiot! Come on! How are you missing that?
No. The religious conversation. Can you?
Oh, dude, I tell you. Believers can get so friggin' mean sometimes. If it's like a YouTube video specifically about any kind of theology, any kind of sermon, anything. Like, when people disagree with each other, oh my gosh. When we start calling each other names and insulting and, like, outright evil things, actually. Again, stuff that's, like, so obviously evil that, is much more important to be addressed, and certainly is not acting like Christ.
Than Cardcaptor Sakura.
Yeah, But no, worry about whether you're watching a television show that just happens to involve magic, like, CCS, or you swear every now and then. And it's like, the way those very kind of believers, we call them fundamentalists as kind of an insulting term. The way they talk down to you and outright insult you is like, and that shit's not evil? I mean, yeah, so...
Remove the plank from thine eye before you remove the speck from your brothers.
No friggin' kid. And honestly, is Cardcaptor Sakura even a speck? No! I don't see... That's like one of the most innocent fictional worlds you could possibly live in. Honestly. But no, the fact that a magic wand is involved, it's not like she even uses it to hurt or destroy anything. You know what it's about? It's about, does she have what it takes to
No! Billy, stop!
Does she have what it takes to be responsible as, like, the next keeper of the magic cards that she controls?
It's like tarot cards.
All they do is go out and, like, cut... The spirits that come out of those cards are, like... There's, like, these doe-eyed, very, very cutesy, feminine-looking things. I really can't consider that evil in the least. It's like, they go out, when they're out of control, they go and cause, like, mild mischief around town.
You said that, and I still thought about, like, demonic presences, just with, like I saw, in my mind, like, the demon Baal, or Baal, with, like, doe eyes, and really, like, chibi, and...
Yeah.
Yay!
And it's like, they go out and cause mild mischief around town, and Sakura's just gotta bring it back under control. Ooh, so evil and demonically influenced. No violence whatsoever, no sort of, like, heavy, coarse, language, swearing of any sort. No, nothing sexual whatsoever. And yet, because magic's involved, a church group thought they had to protest it like people's souls were at stake.
So, what would they think about, like, say, My Little Pony? The name of the show, the subtitle name is Friendship is Magic. Where they cast spells. They actually cast spells.
I mean, I'm cool with My Little Pony. I'm not a fan of it. I'm just not into it.
Yeah.
But I'm totally cool with it.
No!
Because...
Demon worshipping. Oh, here we go.
Because seriously... how does this work?
I forget how to do this. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can... I think I've got to go to this and say change disk. And... We'll go to disc 2, that, and open.
Oh.
There we go.
So now the bridge on the upper level turns, and actually it will connect us to the lab across the way.
That was very freaking painless.
And dude, honestly, as weird as this is going to sound, and it's really not weird, it's actually pretty obvious, the kinds of things, like how Christ himself acted by his example, that's the kind of innocence and loving other people and being a servant of other people. All that stuff is displayed much more in, childish shows like Cardcaptor Soccer and My Little Pony, then most Christians know how to act in real life.
Yep.
There's...
Oops.
May sound ridiculous, but, well... Are you looking up something to drive home that point on your phone? Like a YouTube video or something?
I get a consecutive daily bonus for logging into Terror Battle, so I'm just logging in to make sure I keep that consecutive day bonus going.
Okay, the elevator is not giving you power right now, and this gate is locked from the other side. What do we do about this? I guess the smart thing would be to go through the front. There's nothing in here whatsoever. Or is there? Oh. I see what you're gonna make me do. I don't think I have the ammunition to take on this next boss, honestly.
I'll go check over there.
Okay.
Yeah, remember it, like right through here is like the sanctuary of this cathedral, and the giant bat attacks through the roof.
Oh, yeah. I remember that fight in the... I don't remember if it's Dark Side or regular Chronicles, but I remember the fight on the roof.
Ah! Lots of,
Goodies. Oh, you remember how you said you weren't kitted out for this fight yet? There you go.
There's a way to do it. The one problem I just realized is I left the grenade launcher back in the main room of the train facility, so
Oh,
I will
well.
not be able to put the shotgun shells to use. No, it's the shotgun shells I'm going to be able to put to use. It's those flame rounds that I can't. But
What can you do?
shotgun hopefully will be enough. And whatever I got left in my handgun. Honestly, yeah, I'm like starting to think more along these lines. Have you ever heard of Zach Hunt and his daily blog? Well, it's not really daily, but he's got like a blogging site where he just, he has a topic to blog about every now and then called the American Jesus.
No.
I don't agree with him on everything, but I do believe he has the right attitude, and he kind of is thinking correctly about, how we are supposed to be acting as followers of Christ. And you should check it out. I kind of keep up with him. Of course, most people would probably instantly turn away. They're like, wait, that dude's liberal politically. Oh, no.
Well,
He's instantly like, following the Antichrist or some bullcrap.
well, you know what? I don't have political views, so...
I hate it when people mix politics and religion way too closely. It's almost like sexual intimacy.
Swing and a miss.
No, that hit him.
That first shot?
I heard him scream. That did not hit.
Oh, come
Really,
on.
the little bats are just gonna give me guff in the meantime. Man, I will end you. He keeps aiming at the little bats because they're...
The closest target, yeah. he's not doing a whole lot of damage. Might not actually have enough to do this.
Yeah, I don't think I do. What? What? Oh no. He's gonna totally drop me onto hard, you know, marble.
It's so painful. I mean, I'm sure it was. It's just... Let's do it again! So he only does that attack when all the other bats are gone. Looks like.
By the way, where'd they go?
You killed him. Oh, nope, here comes some more. Alright, you're dead. Good job.
Well, let's just take it like a man.
Whee!
Actually, let's see. If I can go back out, this will help me know where... Okay. So
Probably
what
resets his health, though.
Yeah, I know. I just want to know if I can actually leave. And this lets me know I can start over from my actual last save just now to actually go back and get
The rocket or the grenade launcher.
launcher.
Take the trip out.
Yeah. Now let's go back in and get killed.
Alright.
Come on, get you some.
Come and get some.
Oh, like I would have a perfect opportunity to take a few shots right there as he just flew around me. And now it's like he's not even attacking me willingly. Come on, dude. I ain't got all day.
When do you go back to work?
Friday.
So
Most people took off that day
yeah,
just to like fill out, you know,
the year.
yeah, just fill out the time off because it's like Friday. Well, that's the day before the weekend, so if they just take that day off too, beginning of the year, then you end up having like a week and a half off straight instead of a week off. Then you go back to work one day.
Yeah, I always have like 2 weeks to grow this beard, dude. I don't go back till a week from tomorrow. This is like a week, dude.
Dude, seriously, a peppermint stick in a, just let it, you know, kind of
Dissolve.
in the water. Like it's not even really dissolved. Actually, yes, it is. I take that back. Really gives it a nice sweet flavor. I kind of like that.
I'm not a big fan of peppermint. Like I don't. I like mint. Mint is not my thing.
Then you're going to hell. Because you're different. You have a different opinion on something than me.
No. No, if I'm going to hell for anything, it's that comment I made about John Candy when.
Yes. No kidding, dude. That was wrong.
So during Mag Movie Night last night, we were watching Home Alone 1, which, if you remember, had John Candy in it, and we were kind of talking about it. Like that's what Mag Movie Night is. We watch a movie and we kind of comment on it. Watch it together as a group, as a community, right? So, and John Candy's character's on there, and SK and I were talking about him. It's like, John Candy. SK's like, yeah, we lost a...
I was like, yeah, we lost a good one, you know.
And I'm like,
back when it... I didn't even remember exactly when it was he died, but...
Turned out to be 94.
Yeah, but anyway. So I was just kind of giving him, like, you know, my short respects there, just... You know, without making
then I did the
without
same.
making a whole eulogy out of it, and this is how Lantis responds. Tell him.
I was like, John Candy, more like John Daddy. And SK just gave me this like a gaped jaw, like stare, like, what is wrong with you? Wasn't even like...
Even when you say it as like a deliberately stupid pun.
Yeah.
It's still just so wrong, dude.
Oh, I know. That's why I said it.
Oh my gosh. Won't even let me out of here without taking a hit.
Too bad you can't hold still and he just fly around you like aimlessly.
I'm gonna try that when I come back. I'm gonna go into the middle of the floor
And stop.
in the middle of the room
And it just aim up. Now, why did you leave again?
I want to go back for the grenade launcher if I can. I think all you gotta do, you can keep turning like the bridge back and forth. I think.
Right.
Kind of thing. Just in case I need you for anything, come with me, Rebecca.
Let's regroup.
Roger.
I'm waiting for footsteps to approach behind me.
There she is.
Yeah.
Let's regroup.
Actually, I don't think you have to turn anything back. Like, it just so happens that back through the double doors, on the other side, you end up facing that outside walkway where the eliminators
Right.
kind of handed my butt to me in an earlier video. Yeah. See,
Convenient.
originally there was a blank wall there. Now then, what was the fastest way down to main room?
I think you're gonna have to run through a room full of the roach dudes.
No, that was back through the double doors as they were where they were originally positioned.
Oh, okay.
I now escaped that room specifically.
Oh, okay, cool.
It is completely bypassed. That was disrespect for John Candy, man.
It was. He
Or
was
any human being for that matter.
He was a great actor, a funny human being.
Yeah. Ah, dude, the great outdoors. Planes, trains, and automobiles.
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles is still one of the funniest movies.
Oh, I love it. It's classic. It'll never get old. Never.
Uncle Buck.
Let's see. How can we... I want to be able to carry just... I want to be able to carry room for, like... Still be able to carry, like, one healing item.
Well then you're gonna have to get...
So what I'm gonna... Just to kind of maximize the amount of ammo I can have while...
That gun can hold 15, right? So
Yeah.
restock.
While being able to still carry a healing item, I'll just give Becca the rest of the bullets.
And that'll give you enough room for a
Yeah.
grenade launcher.
I'm glad I remembered that I left it in here too. And not like way off somewhere else.
What's in it right now?
Nothing.
Nothing. Okay.
Remember there
so
were-
you got flame rounds
In
in
that
the
room.
save room before the boss.
Right. Of all things, did we run out of something to talk about now?
I guess so.
Oh, actually, no. I remember a previous topic I brought up, like, before we just our attention got onto something else. Like, in the last video we did before I went to church earlier, right? I was talking about you were talking about R.L. Stein and the Goosebumps books.
Oh yeah.
Like, I remember I think he had a total of, I think I actually remember the number, 63 books in, like, the original, like, just the Goosebumps series. And I know that he created, like, actually several spin-offs of the Goosebumps series.
Like,
There
give
was, like,
yourself goosebumps.
And Goosebumps 2000, and I
Yeah.
think there were even a couple others. I think I stopped in the original before I finally got to that age where I was like, you know what? Most of these books really do suck. Like, even if I try to think of it from a child's perspective, where you're just easily entertained, these suck. Or at least most of them do.
I'll go.
So,
And I like how most of them are about, like, coming-of-age stories for, like, aliens. Like, you think they're human beings, but they're actually not, or something.
yeah, it was like a lot of the topics, after about, probably before he was even, like, halfway through, before he even reached, like, number 30, which would be about halfway through the series, most of the topics most of the books he came up with didn't even have, like, a scary premise, period.
Why do you keep leaving?
I'm going back into the save room.
Oh!
So I can get those flame rounds, dude.
Oh, duh.
Like, I remember what number 3 was? Monster Blood?
Yeah. And that one had, like, several spin-offs, like, several sequels.
Yeah, it was like the first time, okay, I can kind of see where, like, as a kid, this might be a little bit scary. But it was like Monster Blood 3, and somehow I remember the exact number in the series. It was number 29. Don't ask me how I remember that, but
How do you remember that?
I must have somehow read them that many times that you just can't forget. It was about where Evan, like the main character from the first book, he took in a batch of monster blood and it made him big. It turned him into a giant.
I remember that.
Who friggin' cares? That's not even scary. That's not, the premise itself is like, dude, it's not scary, so it's doomed to fail utterly as any kind of like children's horror book.
Well, it wasn't a horror book. It's just a story.
But I mean, I'm pretty sure that's like what the Goosebumps series was supposed to be, you know?
Originally, yeah.
So it's like Monster Blood 4, it actually went all the way up to number 4, and I think it was like probably the next to the last one in the series, number 62 or something like that. It's like, I didn't even go that far. I stopped at like 50 because I was like, this sucks. Too many of these books suck. Seriously.
Nice. That was a clean hit. That was not. Wait till he's close. Wait till he's close. Wait till he's close. Well, that...
Boy, did I waste some ammo there. I kind of hope I die again.
Yeah.
And you know what? In fact, that's what I'm going to do. I just saved.
That was a horrible display.
I think I got too confident after that first shot.
Yeah. Little bit.
Come on, have at it.
Whee!
But honestly, dude, take the very first one. Welcome to Dead House. First of all, the title really grabs you right there.
Yeah.
And you know what? In that book, like, not only were they... Of course, it was kind of typical story of, like, family moving to town, the kids are really depressed about it and stuff, and try and make new friends. Their house ends up being haunted, and everybody knows that it's haunted.
Right.
There was, like, Dead House. First of all, like, that's enough for me right there. But there's a part in the book where they're going through the graveyard, and they notice the names on these graves are people, the kids our age we already know in town. And that's when they start discovering what's up, that everybody in the town is actually dead. Like,
Yeah.
the living dead.
Unlike you, who are just actually dead.
Yeah. And so, like, you know, the kid they were with at the time, you know, he finally approaches him because he was elsewhere in the graveyard. He was like, okay, here's the story. He tells him all about it. It's like, it's what we need. We need fresh blood. We need new, you know, human beings, like new living human beings to move into town every now and then so we can feed off of them and continue to exist on this plane. And we can't, I don't know, maybe there was a part about we can't help it either because, well, we're
Like,
dead, so it's not like we can never actually free ourselves of the
curse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so of course, you know, he starts to come at him, and like, it just so happens that the brother who had a flashlight, you know, he just kind of shines it on to, like, you know, kind of ward him off. He didn't know that light was actually going to kill him, like, permanently. Actually, like, literally kill him, because I guess they're that, the dead in this town are that evil, so it's like light shining directly on them.
They're like a Boo from Mario.
And it actually caused him to, like, melt into nothing.
Painfully, probably.
Yeah, and, like, there's, like, description, like, his skull just drops, you know, the last thing to kind of drop to the ground and shatters against, like, the gravestone nearby. It's like, man, for kind of kid's horror book, that's pretty intense. The very first one, it's like, R.L. Stein, he just couldn't keep it up.
I guess so.
But and it's probably the main thing was, I think he kept trying. He started, like...
You did not grab your mixer.
Thank you. He did not try, like, to take enough time to concentrate on writing a decent story. It got to where he was literally churning out a new book.
I can you know, punctuate this conversation real quick.
What?
Quantity over quality.
Yeah. So, and it's obviously he was writing them so quickly, he kind of forgot what they were kind of like, the general tone of them was supposed to be horror. Basically, yeah, on a kiddie level, for, you know, 9-10-year-olds to be able to read without, like, being, you know, mentally traumatized for life or anything, but yeah.
Okay.
I'm just worried he's gonna come at me from the wrong angle and just get a hit.
Just wait till he's close anyway. It's just that's fine. That's fine. Stop. Just
there we go. Okay. All right, come on, get you some. Nope, whoops. What? No, I was so aiming.
Oh, come on, what are you doing?
I'm gonna get killed again, I don't care.
Really? This episode we've made no progress.
Yeah, we have. We went and got a better weapon to handle this fight.
So, do you think there's anybody who's ever played or ever read through Give Yourself Goosebumps without, like, bookmarking their last decision?
Of course I did, and I only did that, like, I tried to, like, seriously actually play the game at first, right?
Right.
Like, I was gonna keep going till I made a bad decision and ended up in a, you know, game over.
And then you would start
But
to
I would
over?
But I would bookmark the page so that I could go back to previous entries, because I wanted to see all the possibilities.
Okay,
you
so
know,
you weren't actually playing the game.
The first time I was, until I hit a game over.
Okay.
And then after that, you know, I would start, because I wanted to just see what all could happen. And some of those were pretty good. I liked.
There was very few of those, right? Like, I can only remember there being like.
I only remember like 20, maybe 30. I remember the very first one was like "Welcome to the Carnival of Horrors" or something, and I kind of liked it. Made like references to references to the classic books that like people would know, like the Doom Slide from one of the original Goosebumps books. Which no, that one was called "Welcome to the Carnival of Horrors," I think. Whatever. But
don't forget your
and then remember
mixer.
The second one was like "TikTok, You're Dead." I kind of like that one. I know you had Attack of the Purple Peanut Butter.
Yep, of course I did.
Which, as dumb a title as that was, I still kind of liked it. It was like, this kid was like in like a relative's house, and he was just exploring the basement, and he found 2 weird items in the fridge. And he was just trying one. He must have been so bored. It must have been like, you know, his boring grandparents' house.
Right.
And he was just so bored. He's like, well, I'm kind of feeling hungry right now, so I guess I'll just try one of these. And like, one was purple peanut butter, which shrunk him down, and he went on his, you know, little midget adventures. And I didn't know how else to say it. I didn't mean to like say that in a condescending way to midgets. And the other one was like a piece of stale chocolate cake that ended up turning him into a giant. So he was like terrorizing the town by accident. You know, everybody was all scared of him and everything, calling the police and the SWAT.
I knew it! I knew you were gonna double shoot.
Oh! You? You!
Oh boy, we're gonna get to that eventually.
Oh, actually, that's the next one.
Oh boy. Wow.
Okay, maybe I just need to shoot repeatedly, and while he's reeling for the last shot, just go ahead and get another one off.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah,
4 out of 6, I'll take it.
Okay.
Oh, it just didn't register the shot. Okay, whatever. I thought I accidentally went outside by
Yeah,
accident.
me
just because I was
too.
standing next to the door. I was like, but I was facing the other way. Why did that count?
I know, I was about to get angry too.
Yeah. Okay, so I think I remember
Man, they
the hook shot from the train. You actually do use it a couple of times here.
Oh my gosh.
You use it to get through the roof that the hole in the roof that the bat crashed down through.
Yeah, that's where you actually fight the bat in Dark Side Chronicles or Umbrella Chronicles.
Umbrella Chronicles went over 0.
One of them did, probably Dark Side.
Yeah, because I was like, I thought Umbrella Chronicles was 1-3 and that little special edition where Umbrella's finally brought down and you know.
And there's a special like Wesker like single player
where he's escaped in
it's
the mansion after waking
RE1.
back up.
Yeah, it's after he woke up after being stabbed by Tyrant.
Right.
Where he first dons his T-virus abilities. Which was really cool. Like, it was cool seeing it from, like, his perspective. Though he talks about all this unlimited power he has, but you're still running around shooting monsters, like, on a rail. It's like, well, I mean, there's only so much you can do, you know?
Yeah. Actually, you know what? There was one give yourself goosebumps. Another like specific example of like, man, R.L. Stine getting a little hardcore here for, you know, kids horror. Did you read the one Welcome to Dead End Hotel?
No.
Or Welcome to the Hotel of the Dead, something like that.
I did not.
It was like number 20 something. And friggin' there was one part where you go into you go into this hotel room that you're invited to, and there's nobody there, and while you're in there just exploring, the walls start to bleed, and you hear like ghosts moaning in the walls. And like just reading, I'm kind of like, shit, man, I'm just imagining like, you know, you as the main character actually being there, and you're like, what?
Kind of like how you imagine yourself in that dream I explained to you. That
yes, it's just hitting you. You're not actually there, but you can so feel it.
That little fat kid just sitting there.
You are reimagining it so well. It's like you're there.
That nightmare. You know, I woke up from that not as scared as I thought I would have been.
Really?
Yeah. Like I mean, I woke up. It was daylight and.
Oh, I thought you said you woke up in the middle of the night.
Did
like
I?
right after it happened, and you were in total darkness, and the fact that Jonas wasn't even there because generally he like slipped over at
that might have
Brady's
actually
house.
been, yeah.
And you were talking about like that, how that especially added to the creep factor because you were
Right.
just,
Because the place it took place next door. All right. So let me explain this.
took place
right.
next door.
All right. So I guess I might not have explained this. So. The door. This is when I was living in a different place I was renting. Right, it was a house and it was in a neighborhood.
This happened in Comer,
yeah,
right? Okay.
The next door house was actually burned. Like there was a fire, right?
Right.
And the building stands. It's structurally sound, but the entire interior is just charred nothing. Right, the entire thing. So one day, me and my friends were like, let's go get flashlights and explore the house, the burnt house, right? So we ended up going in there and finding some stuff, right? One of the things we found was in a closet that was not so burnt, was actually a little plastic bottle that had water in it. It had some like religious symbol on it. Like it wasn't anything fancy, but it kind of gave off the vibe that it was supposed to be holy water, like.
Okay.
I don't know. It was just, we found little things like that. In fact, I found a giant bag of, like, wood screws, which I actually kept, and I still have. Like, I've been screwing things down with these wood screws that I found from the burnt house. So, like, in fact, like, if you feel right here, there's a screw right there. That's this thing right here on my desk was actually popping down, and I used one of those screws to keep it in place. But anyway, so
Now, since this is Arkansas, I do have to ask this question to make sure by screwing down things, you did mean things that aren't related to you, right? Did you? Go ahead.
I just rolled my eyes so hard there. Alright, so this one room, you can kind of see the texture of the wallpaper still, even though it was burnt. And I don't know, like, I wasn't in there very long. We ended up leaving. That was fine, you know. It was cool. Like, it was something surreal about walking around a house that at one point was entirely engulfed in flame, right?
Right.
I don't know what it was. It was just kind of weird, interesting, whatever.
Yeah.
So that night, I dreamt that I was in that one room with the wallpaper that was still somehow kind of, you can kind of see the texture, right? But, alright, see, I don't know if I can explain this as well as, you know, I did to you originally, but I was standing there, like, I couldn't move, I couldn't look away, I couldn't close my eyes, I was just there, like, spectating this lamp, right, that was in the corner, and the way it was casting a shadow in the corner of the room on the wallpaper, it looked like a pentagram, right? It just somehow
Oh my
the
gosh,
shadow,
I'm already getting creeped out.
yeah, like somehow the shadows inside the lampshade and the wires that kind of held the lampshade together just somehow projected a pentagram between the light and the wired bars and stuff like that. In front of the lamp was this like child, kind of overweight, right, with his head hanging, and he was just kind of slowly swaying back and forth.
Bobbing.
Yeah, bobbing, if
I'm
you
so
will.
picturing it, dude.
And the while he was swaying back and forth, he kept chanting, "I love you, I hate you," kind of almost in like a nursery rhyme kind of thing. That's all he was. It's like, "I love you, I hate you, I love you, I hate you." Just, and that was it. I was stuck there for what felt like several minutes of just this, and all of a sudden I just woke up. There it was. That's it. That was the day after I was in the house I found the holy water in, you know?
I remember you saying, like, after a minute, all of a sudden, like, the lamp burst.
Yeah.
Like the light bulb. And then the kid just sort of just jumped away, like, out of your point of view. And you heard a scream.
Oh, yeah! That's right, yeah. It's just
Well, if that creeps you out, the fact that you're now recalling that, I'm sorry I brought it
No,
up.
no, it's fine, it's fine. I did get goosebumps. Like, I don't know if you can still see it.
I just did too,
Like,
because I'm recollecting this so well. I'm recollecting somebody else's dream so well.
I don't know. It was just...
And it was like, and I remember you saying, like, what really didn't help was that you still kind of felt very creeped out after you woke up.
Yeah, because
you were in
next
total...
door to where it happened.
Yeah, and well, I remember you also saying it was the fact that you sleep in total darkness. Like you even like you still do like the ghetto rigging of windows to cut out the light with
like
tinfoil,
I put tinfoil on my windows, and I even put like electrical tape over LEDs on, electrical things in my room. Like the surround sound system had an LED that would blink, so I'd cover those up.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And it was like, and just for me personally, I think you brought this up, but I don't know if it was actually,
Oh, that looks good.
I don't know if it actually had a hand in, like, adding to, your kind of feeling, the moment, but it would have for me. The fact that your roommate, somebody you trust, somebody who's in the house with you, and it's Jonas, he's your friend.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he was our friend, right?
Yeah.
The fact that he wasn't even there at the time, so you couldn't even just feel the general, like, solace of knowing another human being is nearby. You're alone in the house where you just woke up from a nightmare. And the house where your dream took place, in reality, is next door.
In fact, the room that took place, where the kid was standing in my dream, in that building, is closer to me than any other human being right now. Like,
oh boy.
Yeah, like the nearest human being is farther away than where that kid was standing in the dream. Like, I can't remember what the child looked like at all. I just know it was a kid, kind of overweight. I forgot about the scream part, but after you mentioned it, I was like, oh yeah!
I'm sorry I brought that back
No,
up.
no, I'm straight. Still getting
because it had
goosebumps.
such an impact on me, dude. I can't forget it. It's I seriously might as well have had the dream myself.
Yeah. Ugh.
This way.
I don't know why though. Like, just I don't know what it was because nothing in that house when I was in it really scared me, or I wasn't dwelling on thinking about it like when I was going to bed or anything. So why my my unconscious thoughts drifted to the
And
point.
generally, I think that's how nightmares work. It's stuff that you've been thinking about, and especially if you were, whatever it was, whatever it was that you're having the nightmare about. If it was something that already you were kind of averse to, and it just warded off even at the thought of in real life, then it like the impact it's going to have on you in the dream. Probably even the chances that it's going to happen in your dream are all that much greater.
Yep.
It's like
That's a catch-22.
your
when you
own
start
own
thinking about
memory.
it.
Your own memory is like it actively hates you, and it wants you to suffer in your dreams.
That little kid. Yeah, the scream, man. That. I wonder what woke me up though. Like, I don't know. I guess just the scream in the dream.
Hey, your poet didn't know it.
Make a rhyme anytime.
I'm automatically trying to like do whatever I can to veer the conversation off into a lighter direction.
Oh, dude, I'm fine. You don't have to worry about me.
I'm not. I'm doing this for me, dude. Okay, but actually, I did say this was going to be the last episode of the day.
A great note to end
Yeah,
on.
we got the power turned on, so we can now use the elevator to descend into the labs beneath this chapel, and we'll start from there next time.
Yep.
So, all right, later, guys.